Well, I really enjoyed the TED Talk at Coventry University. I have to say, I've given one or two TED Talks before, but the audience in Coventry was #1, the best ever.
So this wasn't your first TED Talk?
No, this is not my first by any means. I've done talks in Chicago, even dare I say Warwick University, Oxford, Cambridge, places like that. But Coventry's #1 in terms of the audience. I think the reaction was fantastic, certainly responding to what I was talking about, but also seemed to be inquiring, seemed to be quite interested and with the questions and things like that, intrigued as to where it could all go. Well, what my talk was about is my cyborg research. Essentially, I've had a number of implants. The last one I had linked my nervous system to the internet. And what I was presenting was the ability to communicate nervous system to nervous system, to extend my nervous system off the internet. And I think some people maybe were a little bit scared as to the risks involved if they did it themselves. But quite a few people went for it, very open-minded, which I think is a good thing for the Coventry University students. The open mind and think, well, where could we go with this? This could be commercially good, it could help a lot of people medically, but there's lots of opportunities. Well, I think on the one hand, it can be used for helping people with disabilities. For example, one project I'm working on at the moment is for people with Parkinson's disease. They can receive electrodes in the brain to apply a signal to counteract the effects. What we're doing is monitoring the electrical activity in the brain, feeding it into an artificial intelligence system and getting that to learn different characteristics of Parkinson's disease. So we've been able to say, well, there are different types of Parkinson's disease. If we look at the electrical activity in the brain, maybe we can treat those patients in different ways. So it's helping therapy. Well, I think for inspiration for what I do is a couple of things. One, my father suffered from agoraphobia, which means it's the opposite of claustrophobia. He was stuck in one building and he couldn't go out, and that really ruined his life. And he was operated on at Smethwick Hospital, where they cut out some of his brain cells, and he recovered from that and was okay. It really transformed my life as well as his life principally, and seeing how small changes to the brain can affect your complete personality. It was also picking it up in Michael Crichton's book, The Terminal Man, where they were doing a similar thing, electrodes in the brain to operate on the brain and counteract it when it's working not so well. So I think partly from my personal experience with my father and also from science fiction, it inspired me to have a go myself. I think it's good that there are people that question how fast the technology is going and what implications there are, like people with worries. And I think that's a good thing. As a scientist, you need people sort of tugging away at your ankles and saying, hold on a minute, do you think this is all right? Or is this correct? It does make you think about it much more deeply. I am a scientist, and what I'm excited about is doing the research and pushing the boundaries back. So that's what I do, and other people are perhaps the naggers and the grumblers. And I think it's good that we both exist. You know, maybe I can convince one or two of those people that this technology can not only help people therapeutically, but it can enhance us as humans. We don't have to be limited how we are. We can be much better. We can communicate in whole new ways. Let's go and find out.